Yes, it's the middle of winter, but that doesn't mean that there aren't things to be doing in the garden. I had so many failures, learned so many things last year that now I'm starting to rebuild and redo and implement some of those changes. When we moved into our little home in the city and I began to plan my garden, I wanted raised beds. And I thought bigger is better, right? Well, I didn't do too well in my planning because I made my beds way, way too big. I made them 8 by 10. Well, there's no way that you can reach across an 8 by 10 bed and do your gardening. And so I wound up having to walk inside of my raised beds in order to reach the stuff in it. Well, I decided that enough is enough. I'm going to rebuild all of these beds and I'm going to make them much more accessible. Well, this bed here is the size kind of that I need, but I decided to rebuild it anyway. And to make this whole area a little bit more accessible where I could get in and around things, I took apart the wood that I had there because wood is so expensive, so I wanted to just reuse it and rebuild it. So I did, and I made my bed a little bit smaller, and I moved things back in there with the help of my loving, wonderful, kind husband. Yeah, he worked so hard for me. We got it all set up to where I think it might work just a little bit better than it did last year. I started to rebuild them into the size of 3 by 5s. Most of them are 3 by 5s. And I left room all the way around them so that I could walk around them and reach anything that I needed to in my beds. It made for smaller beds and less gardening space, but I have my containers and other things to fill in, and so I think it's going to work much better. I just finished 3 more stepping stones. They need to be cleaned up. A little bit of mortar, a little bit of broken pottery, stick it on a square stepping stone, and there you have it. Stepping stones are all stacked up. Once I get the bark down, I'll be able to put them in place and it'll look very beautiful. Well, it's done. The garden is pretty much in shape, ready to go. It's been a lot of work. I have new flower beds, new bark down, stepping stones. The wire is put up. The watering system has been put in. All of my grow bags, all of my containers. I'm excited, looking forward to growing things next year. Once again, I've showed you the realities of gardening. It is hard work, it is failures, but it's persistence and continuing on. And hopefully with these beautiful refurbished raised beds, I will have a better gardening year in 2022. What do you think? I don't know, but keep watching the Fig Fowl Farm. Like, subscribe, leave me a little comment. Show me what your raised beds look like. Let's share, let's encourage each other, and let's keep going. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey, Mike, 1 down. Only 6 more to go.
Is that how many there is?
Yeah, 6 more.
I may be busy.